Hi everyone. Hi everyone. We're glad to welcome you to our Return to Work series, Success series. Earlier it was called Ask Her Anything, She Dares to Return. Now we have rebranded ourselves, and now it is back in the game, Triumphs of a Tech for Her Returnee. So here we basically get very candid with our Tech for Her returnee members who have successfully made a career comeback. And we all know that this entire journey from, deciding in itself that you want to make a career comeback to taking steps to making a career comeback to actually going through the process of interviews and other internship offers, etc., while making your comeback journey is extremely daunting. So, we bring in our achievers. We love to call them achievers because they are. They are the women who actually achieved something huge and they faced it all, but they, at the end of the day, were triumphant. So we bring them on over into the series to talk about their journey, the challenges that they faced, the hard questions that they were asked during their interview, which I'm sure a lot of you have a lot of doubts about because even if the certification part is accessible, sometimes it's the interview that uh, makes you feel too nervous about it. Sometimes it's the hard questions that are asked in an interview that sort of shake you up. So that has happened a lot. But we have Sharda here with us today, who will be guiding you through everything that she herself faced. And if you all have any questions, you can just ask her. So this is a very candid session. You can unmute yourselves, you can ask her a question. She will most probably answer it. And if in case, which I'm sure it won't really be the case, but if in case she does not, she'll probably come back to it. You can also connect with her on LinkedIn, etc., other platforms, and talk to her. Other than that, I wanted to inform you all that we have reopened our AWS Restart cohort applications. We have another Restart cohort, which is starting on the 17th of July, and the applications are running. So I will share the link shortly in the bio, in the chat once we start the session, so you can apply. Other than that, we also have some job readiness series which are coming along in the month of July every Wednesday. So I will share the link to that as well. It covers a range of topics from how to prepare for your interviews, how to rev up your LinkedIn profile and network proficiently on LinkedIn, as well as how to. We had a previous session this week itself on how to build your resume. We also have a session with HR veterans who are going to answer, some of the tough questions that you might get asked in an interview. So I'll put the link to that as well. And now let me introduce you to the star of the session, who is Sharda KP. So Sharda was a part of our AWS Restart cohort that we launched last year under SheDesk. And like many of our successful members, Sharda had joined us to break her career break of 7 years. And she emerged successful. Currently, she is working at Zone Startups, which is also a part of the Bombay Stock Exchange. And I would actually now like to give it away to Sharda so that she can take you through her journey and tell you guys about everything that really happened on the way without hiding anything. So it's a raw conversation. Let's get started. Hi, Sharda, you can just take over the stage, the spotlight.
Okay. Thank you so much, Aditi, and good evening, all you wonderful women. Welcome to the session. So, to start right away, I have had two career breaks. The
One
first
second, one second, one second. I also forgot to tell you that Sharda has proved to be a real star because she mentored our currently running AWS cohort members. So she took the role of guiding the new cohort members through it all as well. So, that's the beauty of this whole program that once, even though if you're on the other side, once you're on this side or whatever achievement you have, you get to share it and pass on the motivation to other restart members. So the paid forward culture that Sharda has actually represented has been extremely beautiful, and that is what we celebrate at Tech for Her, Aspire for Her. Yes, Shada, over to you.
Okay, so it is always good to create that dominoes effect, you know. So yeah, so to start with, I have had two career breaks in my life. Like everybody, I also joined an engineering college and completed my electrical engineering. And like many others, I got a job in a major IT firm at Chennai. So I had a wonderful IT career spanning 3 years, and then life took a turn. Then I got married and moved with my husband to the US. So that was on a dependent visa, and that was the first break in my entire career. I had never been doing nothing till then, till my 20, 25 years of life. Had never There was never a day where I did not do anything. So something or the other was always there around. So people around me told me that, oh, you are going to the US on a dependent visa, so until you get a green card or something, you're going to sit all day looking at the ceiling and doing nothing. So initially it was like fun doing nothing, having a break, relaxing, spending time going around here and there. But then that monotony creeps in, that you're not doing anything productive. So that's when my husband and my family members, including my in-laws and my parents, they pushed me and encouraged me to do something really good. And the option I had was to pursue my master's. So I prepared for my GRE, I prepared for my TOEFL, I got admission in the university in the same city I was living in, and I completed my master's in technology project management. How I completed that is a different story altogether. Let's not go there right now. But then the moment I was starting to get an internship and I was about to start a job in the US, we had to move our family back to India because of like so many reasons, visa issues and other things. And the family needed us the most that time. So we had to give up on certain dreams and then come back to India. So when I came back to India, it was 2016, and my young son had to adopt to the new atmosphere and new conditions in India, and he had to get used to the school here and everything. So I thought I better not take up a job right now. Let me give my time to my family. So then I had my second child, and then I put a full stop to my career dreams. I said, okay, this is it. I'm not going to try for jobs right now. Let my kids settle down first. They need me the most now. I will start my career when the second kid starts. So that was the year 2021. That's when we shifted our base from a different city to Mumbai. And I started looking for jobs right away because I know I have had a career break of 5 years already, and it was not going to be easy to find a job right away. So I started looking up on various websites, jobs for her. There's so many other things around. So then people suggested you start getting active on LinkedIn and try networking with people. But how? Nobody taught me how to do it. I had to learn it myself. So I created an account on LinkedIn, and I did not feel anything like it was like another Facebook, Twitter, or anything else. Nobody was ready to accept my request, and it was not going anywhere either. So I was like getting depressed. I had applied for so many companies, no responses from anybody. And then, again, that monotony started setting. The kids were growing up, and I was like left alone all day. I completed my chores at home. And then that loneliness and other things, I started losing my confidence. I was a very, very confident and vibrant young woman in my college life, in my post graduation life also. But then I felt that something was going down in me. I was not getting the confidence to even switch on the camera if I had to attend a webinar or something. I would not have the courage to even ask a question, thinking, what will people think of me? How will people judge me if I ask this question? So if I switch on my camera, that my kid might run around and people might think, oh, she's not being professional. So all these judgmental questions, they kept bothering me, and slowly the confidence in me started going down. And my husband was like, he was supporting me whatever way he could. He was suggesting people I could get in touch with so that they can refer me into their company. But everywhere, that career break was the thing that was looked for. Why were you having a career break in spite of completing your masters, in spite of coming to a city like Mumbai? Were you not able to find a job? Why? Nobody looked at the reason why I had a career break, or the education I had, or the competency I had. And then I realized I'm lacking something. I need to cope up with whatever skills that are around me today. I should understand what the industry needs. I would have done my master's in project management. I would have had an experience in IT for 3 years, but that's not enough for today's industry. So that's when the Tara VM Tara inclusion program helped me, and I was, I was trying to register in their Return to Women webinar, and that's when I came to know that there are so many women like me who are on a career break and trying to come back to work. And what are they doing? They're trying to upskill themselves. What was upskilling? To learn whatever new technology was around them, to match your skill with something that is relevant to the industry and get to know what is happening right now, what is relevant right now. That was more important. That was the first step. Then I got in touch with Aspire for, and that changed many things in my life. That day, the day I joined Aspire for her, changed many things. So, like getting back to work was on my mind always, but then I learned it was not a 1 day or a 1 month or a 6 month plan or procedure. It is going to take a long time. My career break is going to span more than 5 6 years. That's what I realized that day, because I could see the struggle of so many other women like me. Then I thought, like, financial independence is not the only thing that is needed when you are trying to get back to work. It is something more than that. It is the credibility that you give to your education, that some might have fought hard for that education. Everybody must have tried really hard to add that degree to your name. So the credibility you give to that hard earned education, and the confidence of achieving something when you are at work, that's more important than having that financial independence. Okay, so when I joined Aspire for her, I came to know about the Grow with Google program. It was a scholarship based program. Like we were not getting any money to study, but then we could take up courses like data analytics, project management, and various other courses that came under the Grow with Google program. And since I had a master's in project management, I did not have any hesitation in taking up the project management course. And I did not think what time I was completing the course or how many hours I was taking to learn anything. I just spontaneously went from module to module, and I finished it. And once I finished it, I got a call from people like Nirja Ganesh and Shubha Sriram, asking me to facilitate certain sessions for people who were taking up this thing. So I thought, okay, so I'm going to volunteer for something, so that's a good thing. Then I said, yes, I'm ready to volunteer for the program. And at the same time, I got selected for the AWS Restart Cohort program as well. So I was like skeptical. This AWS thing, I had no idea what AWS was. I thought AWS was like any other Amazon product. Okay, I had no idea what the cloud services were, anything. So I was in double mind. I consulted my family. I told them, see, these many hours I'm supposed to give to the cohort so that I study and get a certification. And what happened was I was parallelly volunteering for the Grow with Google scholarship program with Aspire for her, and also learning the AWS Restart Cohort program as well. So that helped me slowly gain confidence. You will not believe, I even lost the confidence of drafting an email because of the career break I had. Okay. And then with the help of mentors at Aspire for her, I was literally in tears when I was asked to draft an email, and I could not write anything more than "Dear Ma'am" after that. I was like, where am I standing? What has happened to me? And the volunteering program, and once the cohort program was completed, I started getting interviews. And the interviews were like nightmares. I would like scamper around Zoom. I would not know anything. I will be very skeptical about the questions. And already before joining the Aspire for her volunteering thing, I had attended so many interviews, and all these interviews, like in a week's time, I would get a rejection. And the continuous rejection emails and people not responding to your application actually creeps you in, and you are like, oh, I'm not worth it. I'm not going to do anything in my life. That's the end. My career is ending. All that thoughts come to your mind. But what I tell you is that should not happen. It's not easy, but that should not happen to us. Back in Houston, we used to have a famous 5-word punchline: was failure is not an option. That should never be an option to anybody. There is something or the other always happening and always planned for everybody. And then I thought, okay, let me not get bogged down by all these failure in interviews. Let me pull my socks up and see where I'm going wrong, what is being looked upon. That is more important. So when I completed my cohort, I started getting interviews. But in spite of attending those interviews, I thought this job is not going to match me. I will not be able to give in so much time. The demand was so high. They were some companies were demanding, time which I could not give them. I had to give time to my family as well. I had two children, two elderly at home. So I had to choose my role. The job attraction that you're getting something, just hang on it and then grow from there was always there. But then I had something very clear in my mind that I should not resign from a company in a month or 2 months time just because I'm not able to cope up with job and family. If I join a company, I should be able to give them at least 2 years of my time. That is the commitment you have towards a company. So choose the job role that best suits, that you think you can give in completely to to the company, and the best time that you can provide to your children, because it's a new thing for your family also to see you go out, to see you that you are not there at home for like 8-9 hours at a stretch is a new thing for the entire family also. So you have to make sure that they also adapt to that change, you also adapt to the change, and you're able to balance both family and job. Easier said than done, but then that's what life is all about. And then also I realized that networking is a major role that has to play when you are trying to get back to work. And nowadays, even if you are a fresher, even if there is no placement in a college where you're studying in, networking helps. Networking helps a lot of people land in good jobs, and that's what happened to me as well. So I would like participate in all the programs that Aspire for Her would organize. Any kind of program like LinkedIn profile building or resume building, a HR from a company joining in for a session, I would just go and attend all the sessions. And even if there was a physical networking program that was happening around me in my city, I would just go. I met Aditi for the first time when we met at the AWS session that was held in Mumbai in February. I did not have a job then. I met many of my cohort members for the first time physically at that event only. Even Madhura ma'am, everybody. So you never know, when you attend a networking event physically, who you might attract, who might think that, your profile suits me, your profile actually matches with some requirement in my company. Why don't you apply? So those conversations happen only when you come out of your shell and start talking with people, start conversing with people. You may not know them before, but then you have to make that first step. All that, shyness, and you should not be ashamed of taking a career break. That's the right attitude to look at it. You have not taken it for yourself, you have taken it for the family. And some of you might have taken it because you were not well, you're coping up with some health issue. Everything is explainable. It's not a thing that you should be ashamed of. It's something you should be proud of, that in spite of having all the educational qualification, in spite of having all the experience that you had through your professional career, you were able to say goodbye for a short time, take a sabbatical, just because you thought that something else is more important than that career. Okay, so after a career break, coming back is not easy, but it is not impossible either. You have to take that baby steps, towards building a network, taking up new friends, joining webinars, asking questions. Let it be any question. Nobody is here to judge you. And Aspire for Her is such a platform where we are all women backing women, and you cannot get a better place to actually network with people, make friends, and then fly out of this organization. So through Aspire for Her only, I got to know someone in the organization I work right now, and they thought, like based on the volunteer work I had done at Aspire for Her and my educational background, they thought my profile matches a requirement that was there in their company, and they called me for an interview. But I was very lucky because the people who hired me did not ask a single question about my career. They only were happy about all the qualification I had, the experience I had, and they were happy that it was matching their requirement. They wanted me to confirm that I can learn. Okay, I promised them that I will learn, and they gave me a chance. It's been a good 3 months since I joined Zone Startups, and you will not believe that I have crossed that building so many times as a tourist. We were never allowed to cross a particular road because it was a high security zone. So never in my dreams did I think that I would actually be working in that building. I never thought I would enter that building. Even if it would crop up in news or TV channels, I would think that, I don't have anything to do with stocks, shares, or stock market. Why should I even look at it? I would skip channels. But now I'm working in the same building. I have nothing to do with the trading floors, but then, you don't know what will come to you. You have to grab whatever opportunity that comes your way. Don't hesitate to volunteer. You may not get the money that you think you will get when you find a job, but then you get experience. You learn new things. You learn how to, how to talk on video. You learn how to attend meetings. All that ethics have changed from the time I was working. So 7 years is a long time, I understand, but then things were very physical then. Meetings would be in meeting rooms. They were never on Zoom. So COVID had changed a lot of things. And to adapt to those changes, you should be open to everything. You should be able to unlearn many things. You should be able to learn a lot of things. So that's how you adapt to all the new challenges, that the industry throws in. And it is also that, you should not take up a job that you think it is coming your way and it doesn't suit. You should also look for the role that is actually suitable to you to perform better. Getting a job, it doesn't stop there. After that, you have to perform. You have to earn a name for yourself in the organization that employs you. That, the promise that, okay, I have a star performer in my company should come from you. People should not think that she has a career break, she may not perform well. That eagerness, everything comes from the basics, from the seed stage. So if the home is the most comfortable place for all of us, I know, but then you have to come out of that shell, step out, and then discover so many avenues and place yourself in those places and learn everything that possibly can come your way. I completed my Grow with Google project management certification, and then I thought, why should I stop here? There are 5 other free courses that are being offered. Let me try something else. Then I did data analytics, Python, SQL, everything was new to me. But then there was assistance, there was help. You could ask any of the AFH mentors for a facilitator to help you out with a lab or to help you out with the programming. They would happily help you. So the intention to come out and ask for help is very, very important. And I will urge every one of you to, get in touch with any of us. You're all part of Aspire for Her now. There are so many mentors, so many women who have gone back to work, but yet are part of AFH, and they'll be really happy to help. And the thought that whatever Aditi said, I was actually thinking, oh, am I someone who's like that? All that thought came up when Aditi was talking about. I never thought that I would be sitting on the other side of screen and trying to inspire so many women on the other side, because for close to 1.5 years, I was on the other side of the screen listening to people. So many things come your way and you don't even know that you will be doing this someday or the other. So I will urge all of you to come out of your comfortable shell, learn whatever is possible. Even it may not be what you did in your previous work life or previous education. It might be something new. For example, AWS. The cohort is the best thing that has happened to me, though I am not using that technology in my work life right now. But I would say, that going back to school feeling was there when I was attending that cohort program, and it brought in all the energies that were lost somewhere down the line when I was on a career break. So grab all the opportunities that come your way. Don't think that I may not be a possible fit for the voluntary thing that they're asking for. Don't ever think that you're not fit to do something. You're all wives, you're all mothers. You're doing something that you have never done before. Career break and coming back after a career break and landing in a job role is not, it must not be a very daunting task to any of you. You should not think that I will never be able to come back to a work life after this career break. I know people who have come back to work after 10 years and 13 years of their career breaks who are part of my AWS cohort program. So just think nothing is impossible. Always stay positive and think of all the opportunities that can come your way and try to grab it. That's what I would tell everyone.
Thank you so much, Sharda, for sharing your journey and being so unfiltered in your entire story as you were addressing the audience today, as you were telling your story. And I know it took you around 1.5 years. As you said, like for 1.5 years, you were like on the other side.
Yes.
But even if the wait was long, you did it and you did it so well. that you're here today. So I just wish exactly the same for everyone over here. I hope we all get to host you on this side of the entire series. And if you have any questions, you can directly ask Sharda. Uh, I'm sure if you have any words, anything to say to her, also you can just unmute yourselves and say it.
I'll be glad to take up questions. Any questions, any kind of question, even personal ones.
And let's start being more vocal because, just it should start here, just kind of break out of your comfort zone a little. It's going to like happen little by little. So let's just start with that little here today. So just unmute yourselves, ask it, talk to her, talk to each other. It's a very candid session, so there's no need to worry also.
Yeah,
It's just us.
yeah. So I know Sharda last year, she was volunteering for facilitating the Grow with Google session. So I was one of the facilitators. So I know her, but I didn't know her journey. So it's very good. Like after seeing she is giving the session, I thought I should come and hear her story. And it was really inspiring for many. Like you said, there are various reasons for us to take a break. We cannot go and explain. Like more organizations should be coming up and should accept and should not expect a backstory. I heard like even for men, like if they are taking any 6 months of career break, it's very difficult in India to get back. So, but it's not the same case in other countries. But in India, like we need more organizations to accept and open for the people who are with career break. It was very inspiring to hear you, Sarada.
Thank you, Suganya. We have spoken a lot of times over, phone for the Grow with Google program, but then it's good to see you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, your story is very interesting for me, Sharada, as well inspiring. I'm Saraswati.
Oh, hi, Saraswati.
And the part, when you opened the email, we were not able to write anything after dear sir. That's what's really, it's touched my heart.
Yeah, it was like that. I was actually working as a teaching assistant and instructional assistant when I was doing my master's in the US. And it involved a lot of email writing to students who were, working or studying under my professor. I have done a lot of email writing, but then, once you lose touch in something, to get it back, and the thought of inability, that really crushes you know like I cannot explain my feeling right now, but then it was really very hard that I couldn't write any line after dear ma'am or whatever. That's when I decided, okay, it's high time. But then the career break was taking longer, and then I thought, these are avenues where I can actually try to help get my confidence back, and then probably I should start getting back to work. And the first interview I attended.
You are muted, Sharada.
No, I'm not muted.
No, I can hear. We can hear her.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Okay. So the first interview I attended, before all this was a real nightmare. I did not know how to answer their questions. I did not know if I had to address them sir, ma'am, first name, last name. I did not know that. And I couldn't answer relevantly to any of their questions. And that was outright rejection. And that I had never been rejected in an interview before. That was my first rejection. And that again is a feeling that gets you crushed. You come under the boulders that, oh my God, you have failed in an interview, that for the first time at this age, after having 2 kids. All that thought bogs you down actually, and you never have that, confidence to try again for another interview. You don't know what to speak to them. You don't know how to relevantly answer them. And the process of volunteering, the process of talking and networking to people actually helps you. Actually helps you in big time. I'm promising you that networking is the best way, and volunteering and participating in webinars, speaking with people who don't know you before. These are all ways that will help you succeed in any kind of organization or work life you are trying to go.
And the most inspiring is like you did not stop after the Google peer training. So you moved on with other certifications. That's really inspires a lot to further.
Yeah. At some point of time, you should actually make time for yourself also. At least 2 hours a day. You have to take time, learn something new. Our instructor at the AWS cohort program used to tell us that even if you have, reached great heights, you should at least allot 2 hours every day to learn something you have never learned before. That can be anything: art, science, drawing, painting, technology, a feature that you never knew existed in your mobile phone, anything. But you should spend 2 hours of your time, calling me time, where you are learning something new. That will help yourself a lot.
Thank you for asking your question, Saraswati, and for also appreciating Sharda. It's great to always hear, mutual respect and words of motivation from each other. Anyone else who has any other question
Hey
for Sharda?
Shraddha.
Yeah.
Hey Shraddha,
Okay.
first of all, a big congrats. It's Sumbul this side.
Hi,
I just
Sumbul.
want,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah, it's so nice to even see you.
Okay.
There is a problem with my cell camera, so I'm not opening it. But I
That's okay.
basically wanted to ask, okay, how much do you believe when it is like when the people like us who are with a long career break and they're giving an interview, it is that our emotions that take over the other thing. Means we
Yes.
know the stuff when we are, but when we are facing the person, so when the moment they start up with the career break or something else, so it is something like our emotions takes the precedence over our knowledge.
Right. Correct.
So I think this is what I personally felt. We should be like something like more into first of all into accepting that career break is something thing not to be felt like it's something that wrong that we have done.
Yes. I understand, Sumbul. Your emotions are totally right. Nobody knows better why you took the career break. Okay, you are the right person to judge upon that, and no one else can judge you about the career break that you had. But then when people ask you, first time it will be really tough when you are answering that particular question. It will be really emotional, all right. But then at some point you have to overcome that emotion, because what is your ultimate aim? Your ultimate aim is to land on a job, get a dream job, or a suitable job that you're aiming for. That's your ultimate aim. So you have to try to overcome that emotion when that particular question is asked. Keep it short, keep it simple. Don't go into details. My family needed me, my children needed me, or my health was not right. Anything, keep it short and simple and move on to the next question. So that will really help you, and that will actually give the right direction to the interviewer also, that this person is not very very emotional or very stressed out about her career. She is ready to come out of that.
True.
She is ready to move on. So that is the indication the interviewer will have about you when you actually make it crisp and move on to the next question.
Yeah, this is the gist of the talk. In such situation, we need to make it crisp.
Yes.
And not pay too much heed to the question.
No, you have to pay heed, but then don't go into too much detail. You have to keep it very short and very crisp. Maybe like 3-4 lines about your career break. That's all. I know all of us get very emotional and very anxious when we are talking about our children specifically, why they needed us or why our parents needed us. I know that, but then you have to come out of that shell. That's what you're trying to do, right? I still remember when I went to that AWS meeting where I had met Madhura ma'am, Aditi, and so many others. Madhura ma'am told me, "Thank you, Sharda, for coming and joining us. I'm so happy that you have come out of your shell." I never knew I was inside a shell till then. To step out of the house. Yeah, you go out all the time. You come back in half an hour, 1 hour to your children back. But then when you attend an event, you don't know when it will end. It might take half a day, it might take 3-4 hours, and your children are without you, right? So you don't realize that until someone tells you, "Oh God, okay, I have done this. Oh, my children have understood that. I have to understand that also." Your children will not need them after a particular point of time. Then you will be more dependent on them. Yes. So it's always good to actually move on to the next question. Keep it short, simple, and don't get too much in detail and too emotional about the career break question. And also a sincere advice to everybody here: never omit that career break part in your resume. I had this advice from one of the resume building sessions. If you have a career break of 7 years, mention that, because even LinkedIn now has an option where you can mention full-time parenting or taking care of elderly, whatever. It is there on the professional platform itself. So you can also mention that on your resume that I had a career break from this year to this year. This was the reason. Simple. Okay. So many of them are going to ask you why, but then there are people who are going to overlook that part and just see what you have achieved in your life.
Great.
Good evening, all. I'm Sundara here.
Good evening, Sundara.
Yeah, congratulations, Sarada. I'm happy for you.
Thank you so much.
And I just joined to congratulate you. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Already we spoke a lot, and I know about you, how your passion and your goal have reached here. I'm happy for you. For that only I just joined.
Yeah. Me and Sundara have been associated with the Go with Google program, and she was kind enough to facilitate a couple of sessions for us. And her sessions were a hit, by the way. So if you have any problem with some of the certification, you can reach out to Pushpa. She will be really able to help you.
Oh, thank you so much. Actually, you are very easy to approach. Actually, that time even we face a lot. If there is any stress or we could not as a more career break, so we'll get tension whether we can do it or not. But speaking with you and chatting with you, I got really got confidence that I can do it. I feel motivated by
Oh,
seeing.
thank you so much. I'm so glad that I'm getting to inspire people. I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And any tip for interview side? If it is having a break, but we have completed a certification, but how to handle that? I know about the topics. How to explain about them that I'm having like a hands-on lab, something to like training I'm taking or courses, small courses I am taking. How can I explain an interview in that base? Because by seeing the nowadays all some college pass out also they are doing certification, right? So if it is a break more than 10 years, how we can explain them that we are also we can do it like that? How we can explain to them?
So first of all, you have to be very confident about the certification or the topic of certification you have done. Okay, you should be able to explain them that even if a fresher has a certification that you already have, you have an added experience. To add to that, you have upskilled yourself on that particular topic so that you can match the industry requirements at that point of time. And you can tell them that I do not want to sit idle and search for a job. What I did was I tried to upskill myself so that I don't lose on an opportunity when I'm looking for a job. I am not overlooked because some other candidate does not have a career break, or he or she is much younger than me and can perform better. So I have done these courses because I did not want to sit idle during my career break, and I wanted to match my skill with the current industry standards. So you can consider me for this particular position because of my eagerness to learn, eagerness to express myself in this particular topic. It can be whatever UI, UX, or networking, or any network systems, security, anything. You can specifically tell them that this is what I have been doing. This is what I did to upskill myself and bring to the standards that the industry is demanding. Thing is, you should be confident about what you're talking to them. That is what they see. Some of the interviewers may not even have that ability to understand what kind of courses you have done or what kind of certifications you have been done. That might be the next round, the technical part. But in the initial round, your confidence is very important. The confidence with which you interact with them, with which you explain yourself, is very important to take you to the next level. That's how you explain them. You never tell them that I was on a career break. I have not been doing anything for these many years. And then when I started looking for a job, I started upskilling myself. That should not be the case. The ideal thing should be, even if you're doing an upskilling or a certification, that still comes under that career break bracket on. You have not landed a job yet. So that means that you have not wasted your time doing nothing. You have actually done something that is going to land you in a job that is actually going to help the organization where you might in future work with them. That's how you project your certifications to them.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And all the best for your future.
Thank you, Sundara. All the best to you too.
Thank you.
So, do we have any other questions? Or should we all get back to our Saturday?
Hi, Kavya.
We do.
Hi, this is Shamta. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Yeah, I am currently, I was fortunate enough to be selected by AFH for the AWS cohort for the AWS training. So currently it is on, and hopefully we all will be. Very soon we all will be certified AWS practitioner professional in AWS technology. So I really liked your confidence and the inspirational talk which you gave to all of us, and you shared your journey. It's almost more than 8 years of break for me, and in between I attended a few interviews, but it did not go well. Maybe I was very low in confidence, and there was not much upskilling, and whatever technologies I was into, those were pass. Like I was in telecom, like I worked only till 3G. Specifically now 3G and little bit 4G. Now 5G and 6G. They are talking about 10G also. So it was a couple of interviews were very they were as if it was like they're trying to find what are there for, where you are lacking, how to say no, and the career break was not well taken. So that is it is very much different than what is there abroad. Like here in India, I still feel that if you have taken a break, you are pass. You were really lucky that of course you have the right skills also, and what they were looking and what the employer was looking, and they found the right match. And then of course we have to say that okay, we will upskill ourselves and we will learn, and we'll put our 200% into it. So I am so glad that I finally found AFH. I think it's one of its kind, this organization. I hardly know any organization which is working for upskilling the which has understood that ladies are also required. Those who have taken break due to one or the other commitment in their lives, and they have prioritized other things apart from their job, their career. They would not have done this out of their happiness or something. They have sacrificed, tremendously sacrificed. I to feel that I have tremendously sacrificed my even I wanted to work like my husband, who have worked, who have not taken a single, even for him to, if he takes single day break also is like too much for him. So I, of course, now I mean, after we have a wonderful group like in this cohort, and of course we are getting right guidance from the tech AFH tech for her team, um, and I mean it is much better and getting good positive vibes. So I think I only did all the talking.
It's okay. It's good to vent out sometimes. It's good to vent out.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I mean, we are lucky to, I mean, listen to you and listen, I mean, your story. So it's very inspiring. Thank you.
Thank you, Shamta. Thank you so much, and all the best to you.
Thank
You should not, feel bogged down. That is what I will tell you. You have not done anything, you know, uh, uh, bad by sitting at home taking care of the family. That's the biggest contribution I would say you're doing to the society or the community that we are living in. That's the biggest giveaway that can happen when a woman is taking a career break. To bring up the next generation is equally important, like our career. It's one of the careers that women unwillingly, unwantedly, sometimes without knowing, take up. But the fruits of it, when your children are grown up, they become a independent individual, and when they give back to you and they give back to the society, you will understand what a good job you have done by sacrificing your professional career. So it's nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to feel bad for yourself. Your time will come, you know when you're going to make time and a career for yourself again. So don't feel sorry for yourself. You should be very happy that you have got a chance now. You have a door open now. So make use of that opportunity. You'll be sure to be in a happy space.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Hi, Sharada.
Hi.
Hi, this is Shweta from Hyderabad.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have also begun my journey with AFH last year, February. So I've also done this Grow with Google Data Analytics program.
Okay.
I think during the same time.
Okay.
So I've also joined those sessions, resume building, Excel, and all those. As soon as I saw your name in today's window,
Okay.
I thought I should come and congratulate you.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. I've just seen your name and I thought I should congratulate you. And I've been listening to your journey. And as Aditi said, yes, thank you for keeping your story unfiltered and sharing it with all of us.
Yes.
I don't know, somehow I lost my zeal. I thought I would be able to get back to career again. I did good. I did fairly good enough with my data analytics course, but somehow I couldn't begin my work journey again. But after hearing your story again, I want to, restart my journey. I have applied for the cohort. Hope I will be selected and finish my course well and be on the other side.
Yes.
Thank you, Shweta.
Yes, definitely. All the best to you, Shweta. That's the spirit. Even if if all of you are inspired by my journey, I'll be very happy and I'll be very, very glad to help you in any way possible. So just step out of home, see if any of the events are happening around you. I'm sure Hyderabad is hosting a lot of AWS events. So you should actually take time, go and network there, go and speak to people, see what they need out of a AWS certified person, what kind of roles are being offered, how to crack that interview part, because I know Amazon's interviews are the toughest in the country, just like Google's or Microsoft's. Just look around people, talk to them, get inputs from them about how work life is right now, how is work as an AWS consultant at a particular company. You will get to know that only when you attend such events, only when you get to talk to people who are attending such events. So that is more important. There are so many things happening over the internet, but then you don't physically get to meet them, right? There is always that difference when you actually physically attend something and you attend something online. That makes a lot of difference. I personally felt that, because only after meeting everyone physically, I gained a lot of confidence, and a month later, I got an interview call from the company I'm currently working. So even in this company, they actually did not revert back to me after the interview. So I thought, like many other interviews, this also a gone case. I'm not going to hear back from them, but I did not realize that there was so much happening with them that they did not have the right time to call back me. And then after like a month after that first round of talks with them, they got back to me, and the first question was, "Are you employed in a company already? Because we have missed you for a month." I said, "No, I'm still looking for a job." And they were like, "Oh, we are heaving a sigh of relief. We want you back. Can you come and meet us tomorrow?" So that's a good. There are so many people. You should not be, hesitant to join a startup. You should not be hesitant to join a company that doesn't have a very big name like Cognizant, Infosys. They might be, companies with big name, but you shouldn't be hesitant to look for companies that are small, that has a small team. They may not be able to pay you well right now, but if they are able to take you in, overlooking your career break and taking you for the ability that you have, that is more than appreciable. You should be able to give your 200% for such a company.
Yeah.
Okay, if you are going to go to a big company with a big name, you are 1,000th person out of so many people who are already working there. You may not be visible in the first place, but if you are
Right.
working in a small company with a small team, you will be getting a lot of help. Okay, you may be like new to everything, so you will get a lot of help. You will be recognized, and even your boss might come and help you when you're working with a small team, and if it is a startup, there's so much difference. I can tell you because I have worked with a MNC also. Now the company I'm working with, we are a small team of 10 people. Okay, but we are very close knit. We back each other just like we do at Aspire for her. We help each other. Even if one of them is sick, not on leave, we take up their work, and we don't feel that burden at all of overworking or something, because everybody is like a family again, just like we do at home. So you should not be hesitant seeing the name of the company. It is just that it should be a legal company, a good place to work. That's all you should see, right? And don't give in to yourself to a big name, and then you feel like, oh my God, where have I landed myself? You should not feel that when you're coming after a career break. That's very important.
Thank you again for all those wonderful pointers. Thank you,
so much.
Sharda.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Sharda.
Hi,
Good afternoon.
good afternoon.
I am an old friend of your PEP, Mr. Rama Venkateswaran from Air Force.
Okay.
And yesterday he said this, that our daughter will be on the counseling spree.
Okay.
So to attend it, I'm attending you and very happy to know that our daughter is at this status, at this platform. Wish you all the best and
Thank you, sir.
help the needy without any selfishness. And thank you. Kindly remind Venkateswar that your friend Bhalotia from Haryana joined the meeting. Thank you. Good day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. He was part of the Air Force team.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. He was part of the Indian Air Force a long time back. So yes.
It's wonderful to have supporters as well. At Aspire for Her, we just don't have space only for women. We also love to have allies and supporters on our platform, because they're also going to help us change the whole ecosystem. So it's great to hear from you, Mr. Maneet. So it was nice. Anyone else who has any questions for Sharda?
Oh, ma'am, do we have face-to-face meetings? I mean, physical meetings, as you said, in Bangalore also?
So sometimes we do have physical sessions wherein you can go and you can attend them. Do keep what I would suggest is, do keep an eye out on your mails and on our LinkedIn profile to know about any such upcoming event.
Okay.
So that if there is an event in the future, you can go and attend it. Also, it's great to be a part of the community wherein you can, even if somebody has a lead, if you're on Telegram, they can share that, there's an opening or there's a new networking event. wherein you can go and talk to hiring managers or meet your own peers who are at a similar situation. So do keep an eye out for that, and do keep just an eye out for messages in LinkedIn communications and email communications, all of these.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, hi Aditi, I have one question.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, what is the criteria to get selected in that AWS cohort? It's like even the like telecommunication background candidate can also apply for that, the engineering background.
Yeah, engineering backgrounds are welcome, and they are more likely to get selected because it's a technical course. So anyone with a BTech degree or a BE degree is open to like apply for this restart cohort program. So the criteria keeps on changing because last year we had also opened it up for non-tech women, but yes, but this time it's for the time being it's for women with tech background. So if you've done your BTech, your BE, or your MTech, MSc, BSc, any of these, you are more likely to get selected. So that is what the criteria is this time. So if you have a telecom degree, if you have an ECE degree, a telecom background, you are eligible to apply. So
okay, yeah, thank you.
yes, no worries.
Aditi,
Thank you
there
so
are some
much.
questions on the chat window.
Yes, okay. Sure.
Hi, Aditi. Nija here.
Hi, Nija.
Yeah, good to know about Sharda and AWS program. And I'm very much delighted to be here.
Yes, I can hear you. We can hear you well.
Yeah, I have three questions, three queries. Actually,
Sure.
I am a disabled candidate.
Okay.
And I have 16 years of experience in accounting.
Okay.
Last year I took break from my job. So my doubt is, am I eligible for these courses? Like, I am from non-IT background.
Non-tech background?
Yeah.
Okay, so for non-tech background, we have a lot of certifications under our IBM digital program. So Ganya knows a lot about it, so she'll share about it. The current AWS Restart cohort presently is for women with a tech background, which means if they have done a BTech degree, a BE, a BSc, MSc, MTech, mostly it's for them. So the eligibility criteria also changes depending on what AWS is focused on. Currently, this is the criteria. So you can, however, put your focus onto the IBM digital marathon that we are running. So Suganya might be able to tell you more about it. So Suganya, can you please guide Nirja?
Yeah, Nirja, like the IBM platform has some 78 courses which are of many technologies. So if you want to get trained in particular technology, you can choose the course and you can do it in self-paced. Or else we also provide for 4 courses, like we have already done sessions like community sessions for 4 courses. Those are project management and design thinking, data science, and big data.
Okay.
I will send you the individual registration link, and you can get enrolled as a learner, and you can start learning. Is that fine?
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much, Suganya.
Yeah, I can I have your email ID. If you drop your email ID in the chat, I will get in touch.
I'll drop you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Nirja.
Thank you so much. All the best, everyone.
All the best.
Thank you, Nirja. All the best.
Yeah.
What were your other 2 questions, Nirja? Or was this it?
Yeah. The other question was because communication plays a major place in this competitive world. So will they consider me for the job profile?
Well, I think communication can also be written, and I don't think it will be a big roadblock. There are always ways to work around it. So as long it does not really matter in the big picture, I would say. It's as long as you understand the concept and you're able to contribute to the job role, it shouldn't be a problem.
And one more question is like, I have 16 years experience. Due to my voice issue, I have not been into management role, but I have done I have played a critical role over there. See, my resume would be like activity wise, I played critical role, but they have not. I didn't get opportunity to get promoted over there. So will it affect my career?
There's
Like,
always, I think, like Cinderella got her perfect shoe, right? It didn't fit anyone else. So I think every shoe has a Cinderella. So
yeah.
there is a role out there for you, and a company also that would respect what you can actually contribute to the company and will have the vision to actually look beyond just the voice. There's like so much more to offer. So I am pretty sure you will find your shoe.
Thank you. Thank you so
No
much.
worries. Good luck to you, Neerja, and we'll definitely try to help you out, and we'll reach out to you as well after the session, probably in the coming week, so that we can help you out with finding your shoe.
Thank you, Aditi. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Neerja.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we are almost towards the end of the session, and a lot of you all joined us here today, which was great. It was extremely inspiring to see that you all open up yourselves. You were appreciative of Sharda coming here and talking to all of you about her journey. And the fact that I hope this session has left you inspired. The journey is not an easy one, but that's why the series is there in the picture, because to show you that it's not easy, but it's possible. And thank you so much, Sharda, for spending some time for us on a Saturday. And it means a lot to us that you're paying it back to the community and you're so involved with doing that. It's not just a one time thing, you have been doing it all along, all this while. So we're really, really glad that you always come to our help. You're always there to guide the women, you're always there, and you haven't just stopped being a part of AFH itself. So thank you so much for coming onto the session and guiding everyone. You can also reach out to any one of us, even Sharda, if you have any other questions, and we will try to help you out.
Thank you so much, Aditi. It's always a pleasure to be, part of AFH and giving back to the society. I always believe in that. To give a small example, once I was a part of AWS program. So, when you help someone, don't expect anything in return. Always tell them to pay it forward. There is someone who's out there who's in much more need of that money or that education or that job, but you don't need that right now. It is always good to pay it forward than getting it back from someone who you have already helped before. I'll be very, very happy to, to help anybody out there in need, take up any kind of questions and help in any way that I can, which is my reach actually. And I will always be happy to be a part of Aspire for her and participate in more sessions like this.
Thank you so much. And also, we would like all of you to open your cameras so that we can take a quick group picture.
The first lesson for everyone is to have your camera on when you're attending a webinar.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Show us your faces.
We don't need your, makeup face. We don't need your face washed face. We need your unfiltered face. That is what we women are. So, please switch on your camera and show us however you are.
There's nobody's judging here. We're like completely non-judgmental. Oh, we even have victory signs.
Yes.
Cool. Perfect. 1 second. It's great to see the cameras on. Perfect. we do have a stash now. We'll share it with everyone. And thank you so much for joining us and for sharing your Saturday with us. Hope you have a great weekend.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend and all the best.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.